Welcome to B2B with Randy and Craig, where we speak to local entrepreneurs and learn about their journey. It's B2B with Randy and Craig, where we explore the rise, the falls, and the kick in the... Easy, I tell you every week, family show.
All right.
Of entrepreneurship, the good, the bad, and ugly of entrepreneurship. I'm here with William, I'm going to call you Tony, Anthony Dean, owner of Pink Cans for Cancer. Got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Why Pink Cans?
Why Pink Cans?
Yeah.
Why Pink Cans?
Well, I'm one of the co-founders. I also have my partner, Robert Schwindel. We were, we'll roll back like 10 years.
Yeah, let's roll back. Let's get an understanding of what you are.
Like
Bring us back.
And as a real estate team, we were just looking to give back. And so we started doing our bike tour. It's called Tour to Pink.
Like a bicycle tour.
Riding a bicycle.
Through Long Island or?
No, like 250 miles.
Got it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Where did it start from?
It started in different places, sometimes Jersey to D.C., sometimes all through Pennsylvania. So all different places we were doing our bike rides.
All to raise money for cancer research or...
Well, we are more advocacy than research. So obviously we all want the cure. Who doesn't
Right.
want to cure
Right.
cancer? That'd be
Of course.
amazing. But we're more advocacy. We're more helping people while they're going through it, helping people who've had their breasts removed. We're helping them get their nipples replaced. We are helping people freeze their eggs before they go into chemo so they
Awesome.
can have children
Amazing.
at a later date. We don't believe anybody that is going through chemo that week should have to cook.
Yeah,
No.
I love
You
it.
know, so we also help people provide rides to and from chemotherapy.
First of all, incredible. I mean, just
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, everybody's been touched one way or another with cancer in their life, and what you're doing
no one.
is insane and needed and beautiful. But I just had to say that. I'm sure it's the first time not the first time you've heard that before, but I got to say it. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, we totally appreciate it. So we did that we were probably in our 6th or 7th, 8th year. I think we had raised almost $1 million.
Wow.
We started off with 2 or 3 people on the team, and then we ended up with 40 people on the team.
And this is still the
Incredible.
bikes we're talking about.
This is all the bikes, yes.
Got it.
And it was for the Young Survival Coalition, which is still an amazing nonprofit, amazing
What's the
foundation.
address of that if people want to? Is there a website?
YFC or Young Survival Coalition.
Love it. Love it. Okay, go ahead.
They're amazing. We still do a lot of work with them. But then in this office that we're in, and I apologize about my dress. I still don't even know how I'm looking around like, I'm wearing sweatpants.
You were supposed to be on a different slot. We had to mix up. I grabbed you. You're here. You look terrific. You look
Yeah.
better than us. Look at this guy.
Look at me.
All right, fair.
I
But
think I overdressed a
he
little.
at least looks cool, man.
Yeah, I look
Okay.
old.
So-
Anyway, so you look terrific.
So I used to, before we moved our office over here, my office was next to my partner, Robbie. And
Over here is Garden City, everyone.
Yeah.
so Robbie had some family members going through some tough times.
Yeah.
And we had another partner in the office whose mom was actually in hospice.
Wow.
And so it was one of those situations where, like, we got to do more. And I had always been a very big recycler. At the time, I was recycling cans and water bottles for my kids. Throwing it in their bank account, figured one day they could buy a car.
Right.
Okay.
And then it was just like, nah, we got to do more.
Right.
2 people in an office of 4 people, parents are dealing with cancer.
Right. Terrible.
So I slid the window open. I said to Robbie, I'm like, yeah, let's do Pink Cans for Cancer. He's like, I love it. Now, you have to understand, me and Robbie don't agree on anything.
Yeah, it sounds.
Ever.
Except this is this
Ever.
immediately.
And so this was it was like, all right, cool.
It's like a perfect marriage. They don't agree on anything.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And so we joked, but like 15 minutes later, Robbie had already built a website.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
And then it was just like, all right, it's pretty basic what we do.
Spell it out for us.
We recycle cans and water bottles.
Okay.
Like the big cans. This is a small one. I know on the radio they can't see.
And
Okay.
we use the money from the redemption to help people with cancer.
So how do we get you? How do we get a pink can? What does someone have to do? They bring the bottles here.
So we have a lot of people that drop them off here, and then we
Okay.
have these big pink receptacles in different businesses.
So you you guys physically drop them off, or people
We
come
can
to pick
drop them
up?
off. People can drop the cans off here. We can have the cans at the offices, and we do pickups. So the bottom line is we are trying to, save this planet.
I love it. And save some lives.
Yeah,
and help people with cancer.
It's
I
kind of
love
like
it.
a 1-2 punch.
Absolutely.
You're helping two different causes in one shot.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
That's fire in the belly.
No,
'cause you're
that's
talking
passion.
about
That's fire in the belly.
Yeah.
100%. I agree. So, how does a company get a pink can? Is there a size of the company needs to be, number of employees?
Absolutely not, man. We don't have any rules. We don't have any regulations. We help pay for funerals. You call us, you tell us a little kid wants to go to Disney. We're going to do everything in our power to help that little kid go to Disney whose parents are dealing with cancer.
Yeah.
We are a very small organization, so not to knock any of the big ones, but you're going to deal with me. You're going to deal with Robbie. You're going to deal with one of us. You're going to deal with our office manager, Jamie, who's amazing. And so we're very much open-minded to
People, help, anything that's going to help.
and new
Right.
ideas.
So, what's the biggest challenge that you face in your? Is it awareness? Is it getting people on board?
It's growth. So, the bigger you get, the more expenses you have.
Right,
So now
right.
we have 3 vans, whereas we were picking it up in our cars before.
So now all of a sudden it's
So
turning
now
into
we're
something.
paying for gas. Now we're paying for insurance. Now we're paying car notes. Whereas
Right.
again, in the beginning, so you have that growth factor, and that's beautiful, and we're reaching more folks. Our first fundraiser was in a bar, in the basement of a bar, and now we have our.
Did they have egress?
always,
always gotta ask. It's gonna work decent. I gotta
That
ask.
was good, bro. That was good. And now our last 3 fundraisers were at Pine Hollow
Wow.
Golf
Wow.
Course.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Again, from a bar to having Santonio Holmes come to our golf tournament,
That's
or one of the
fantastic.
Mets come to their golf tournament.
Wow.
So it's
It's building momentum. It's getting a brand. It's getting
is.
branding out
It
there.
is, and I mean, again, there's a couple beautiful parts, but the beautiful part that I like the most is we don't care who you voted for.
Yeah. Yeah. Just we all on the same
Yeah.
page. We want to make people
we
healthy.
just want to help people with cancer, and no matter who you voted for, no matter your take on global warming, no one can think it's a good idea to put a can or water bottle into the garbage.
No.
Especially when it
make
can
sense.
help somebody. It's
Yeah.
help the planet
Especially
and
when
help
it can
somebody.
help somebody.
Right.
It makes you feel
You
so
know?
good when you do. Now, Randy is from Egress Pros, as you know, and their motto is that they have big windows because that's what gets people to remember them, right?
Okay.
Me, I'm known as the undisputed cinematography champion of the world at content creation. Now, do you guys have a motto, a saying, a slogan for your business to get people to remember?
Again, we're just trying to help the planet and
The message
help
is
people with
see
cancer.
a pink can.
Right.
Put something
recyclables
inside of
in
it so that we can help raise money and give people either a great experience as they're going through a terrible situation in their life, or
Correct.
potentially, come up with a cure.
And again, like everybody wants to give back, right?
Absolutely.
So we don't care if you're the poorest kid in Long Island or the richest kid in Long Island. You can both give back.
Right.
Absolutely.
And for a less affluent kid to be able to put a couple cans and water bottles together and help is beautiful. And for a very affluent kid whose parents could just write a check to actually get involved and start their own drive. So we have we were in Jones Beach Amphitheater. We
Love
took
it.
65,000 cans and water bottles from there. We were in Nassau Coliseum, but we're also in some small law firms.
Go ahead.
We're in schools, and we really you get to a point in your life, I'm 51, so I'm on the countdown.
Yeah. I'm on the back nine myself.
I'm a very, very positive glass half full person, but I'm not going to live to 102.
Right.
Not with my buffalo wing habit and a little bit of Jameson here and there, right?
Hey, you
probably not
gotta-
the worst.
You gotta
Probably
have
not
your
gonna hit one or
vices.
two, right?
Yeah,
You know
gotta
what I'm
have your
saying?
vices.
You get close.
So I'm all about giving back, man.
Yeah, that's
And I
fantastic.
only want to work with people who give back.
So how can we help you? How can the public help you? For example, as you're speaking, there's a Comac Day coming up. I'm very involved in Comac Day. Right away, I'm thinking I got to get these pails in Comac Day out at all the locations. So as people are
Absolutely.
finishing their beverages, they're dropping in a pink can. We'll make that happen. But what else can we do?
So we just want businesses as well. So we have our big golf tournament. and we're always looking for sponsors.
So
Okay.
tell us about this. Is the chance. Get it out
So
there.
we have our golf tournament. You can go to c4c.org, and sponsors are the best because we really want every cent from every can to go to the cause.
So we can do. We could sponsor a hole. We
So
could
you can sponsor a hole. You can sponsor dinner. You can sponsor breakfast. You can
Where's the
sponsor,
tournament?
It's at Pine Hollow.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. It eats me alive.
Sweet
It's
little
beautiful.
place.
We
Yeah.
have Theo as one of our biggest sponsors.
Got it.
His amazing podcast studio is definitely
Fantastic.
one of our biggest
But can he hit a
sponsors.
ball?
Absolutely not.
All right, perfect. No wonder why he's a sponsor. He's saying no. He's giving us
Absolutely not.
He's a sponsor because he can't hit it.
Definitely not the best golfer, but you know what? I can't hit a ball either. I've
Yeah.
never golfed a day in my
But
life.
it's great to go
I
out there
play
and feel
great
good.
mini golf, okay?
All right.
But that's
Well,
about it. That's
well,
about
You know what?
it.
It's not even about the golf, right?
No.
It's about being out there. It's about a beautiful day, being around people that are the same, like-minded, with the
Correct.
same goal.
Right.
Let's help people.
Absolutely.
Let's raise money and help people.
As you've how long would you say you guys have been in?
We're about 6 years in.
6 years in, and now social media is a vital part of any business. Are you guys on social media? Have you used, or are you?
So we had a pretty big footprint, and then life happened, and so we haven't been able to necessarily focus on the social media as much as we would like to.
What's
in
your
the past.
website, though? You said that your partner made a website like in 3 seconds.
pinkcans4cancer.org.
Love it. Pink Cans 4 FOR
Number 4.
number 4. Pink Cans number 4 cancer
.org. And then for the golf tournament, it's c4c.org.
Got it.
And then we have our clothing line we partnered with, which I just happen to be wearing.
Looks terrific.
Like, obviously, we weren't really doing this.
You weren't planning that at all.
I'm wearing dirty sneakers, man. Like I wasn't planning on being on this at all. I didn't shave. I have anyway. We also have letstrashcancer.org and let's trash.
Can we buy those?
Absolutely.
How much do they go for?
Now you're gonna get me in trouble. I
don't-
can't remember what.
All
they
right,
go
we'll
for.
come back to that. Are they on the
edit that
website?
out.
They're on the website. We have different clothing lines, and all of this is just to help. And we're looking for businesses we want to partner with. We partnered with Motel Luzerne.
Awesome.
They sponsor breast cancer patients, just to let them have a nice weekend. Upstate New York, Lake Luzerne area. We want businesses that are willing to give back. Maybe it's a free spa treatment.
Right.
There's
Right.
a lot of businesses want to give
look.
back. I feel like people really want to
They
give
want to
back.
help. They want to help. They need to be reminded. And let's face it, we all know the most important thing that any of us have is our health. And if you don't have your health, you have nothing.
Nothing left.
So what you're doing is just amazing. Bring it to people's forefront across all ages, all demographics. It doesn't matter. Let's just get out there together and help people. Businesses.
Theo was doing a podcast last week, and it was with a cleaning company, right? And we passed in the hallway, and she's like, "Oh, what do you do?" They saw the banners. She's like, "We want to help clean cancer patients' apartments."
Wow.
Wow.
And that's the magical part of this building. That's the magical part of working with different folks. So it's something we were doing, but we were paying for it. She's
Right.
like, no, we want to do it for free.
We
And I
wanna-
was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What an
Right?
amazing
Like-
person.
Like,
So-
amazing cleaning company, and like, they're great.
Stuff like that doesn't happen very often. When you meet those people that want to go above and beyond and want to do it at no cost. Would you say that was does that happen very often, or would you say
Surprisingly, it does happen often in this building. There's
I think
something
people are good.
magical about
People
this
are good.
building, and once you reach a certain age, it just
Yeah.
you just want to
certain
give
things
back
just
as
click
much as you
and
can?
change. I've always kind of been in the philanthropy since I was a little kid, but I find out the more people you work with, because how much more money could you make?
Yeah, it's not about that,
If you
right?
do, if you
The
did an
happiness.
extra 500 windows this year, are you gonna start driving a Lamborghini? Like,
I'd rather give back, and that's what
Right.
we do too.
You know,
With my
like-
partner Glenn and I give a lot back for that very reason. Very important. Big American Cancer supporters. We've
Awesome.
helped families that could not afford egress. We've donated egress systems. So I'm
That's
with you.
beautiful, man.
Giving
Yeah.
back to the community is so important. As a matter of fact, we did a video together where you videotaped us doing a donation, and you
Yeah.
didn't charge us for the video, which is odd. But no,
Hey, no, you guys were working with Island Harvest that day.
Yes.
And you were donating, I believe it was turkeys.
Turkeys.
For Thanksgiving. And something happens to you internally when you get to give back? I like to do once a year. I also go for Kids Need More, and we drive around. We give bags of toys to kids in need because their parents can't afford
awesome.
it.
That's awesome.
And the feelings that you get and watching the happiness on the faces, it like, have you ever broken down and cried because of a situation where people just
Have you met me?
Yeah.
He's crying. You have to. You can't sit in the seat he's sitting without it being
I
emotional.
cried this morning, man. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's all right, brother. No, I cry a lot, but it's all good.
It's all good.
We actually, you reminded me of a story. So we had the pink cans. Obviously, we take all the garbage and all the what people would perceive to be garbage. But one holiday, we cleaned off the cans and we got toys, and they filled up the pink cans with toys at an exit Christmas party.
Wow.
And then we took them over to the John Thiessen. They give a lot back.
Wow.
They help people
nice.
during the holidays. So, yeah, it's just
You
fun,
it's funny
man.
when I walked into the building and you see the pink cans in this building lined up. It does something to you immediately. It grabs you, and you want to learn about it. You want to know what it is, and you have wonderful signs hanging up. Who sponsored what?
Right, and we
which is
advertise on
tremendous.
the cans.
And you
So
advertise.
you're a business. So let's just say, I don't know. Anyone know a good egress company?
I know one.
I know
Egress
one.
Pros. They're pretty
All
good.
right, so we take egress pros, right? And then we have egress pros. They buy 5 cans or 500 cans, doesn't matter. And now this can is paid for and sponsored by egress pros.
And it can live
and your
someplace.
QR code is on there. So now it's not necessarily a big billboard going into Manhattan, but you're putting it in strategic places where your egress pros and people are like, oh, I've been hearing about egress pros,
Yes.
and now I can just scan the QR code and it goes right to your
But
website.
more so than that, though,
go ahead.
you're now like I want to say cross-pollinating,
Cross-pollinating.
right?
Absolutely.
So when people are looking at your bins and they know what you're doing,
Stop staring at
and-
my bins.
Yes, but they're
Sorry, I had to say that.
but they're big bins. Okay? and now you see egress advertisement on that bins. You're getting the good feel.
The company's doing good. You're
Right,
doing
and
good.
I know that
it's
you're
a win-win-win.
associated with
Right.
it too. It's like going to the home remodeler
It's awesome.
because they also foster puppies or
Did you
something.
hear,
You know,
did you hear
it's
what he said
repetitive.
though, which I loved? He said it could be one. I think he said 1 to 500. It doesn't matter. Just help us. That's what you're saying? Who
Basically.
places the cans? Would I place it if Egress Pros was a sponsor? We placing the cans or you're
No,
placing?
you would pay for the can,
Right, of course.
and we would put your advertisement on,
And
it,
then you place
and
it.
then we can place them for you, or we can play. You can tell us where to place them.
Terrific. And
So you
you're
wanna-
all around
you
Long
wanna-
Island, or
Correct.
Got
so
it.
you obviously want to be strategic, right? If you're advertising a bar, we're not going to put it in an elementary school.
right, makes sense.
Right,
You know?
right.
Free shot Fridays, you know.
For every bottle you put in, we give you. Right. All of a sudden, Friday will be a busy day at school again.
right. Yeah.
Wow, enrollment is up.
Well, what's going on?
They're not missing
These
Fridays.
pink cans are incredible.
Our attendance level is off the charts on Fridays.
It's crazy.
Really, what is it? You know, I got to tell you, I'm so glad that our worlds collided, because the first time I walked in here to meet Theo, the first thing I asked him was, what's with these
With the
pink cans? I
with
never
the
saw it
cans.
before. And we were excited about it. And then we had the opportunity to speak to you and now do a deeper dive in it. You're an incredible person. Your organization is
that.
incredible. And the fact that you get up every day with this sense of fire in your belly, what can I do to help, is awesome. And I'm
Yeah.
going to say, if anybody has a networking group, get Tony into that group. Let him present.
Yeah.
Usually networking groups have business owners, and business owners can make this decision.
Everybody knows somebody. Like I don't have a place of business, but I work with a lot of business. I would love to see one of your cans in Adventureland. I would love to see one of your
Love it.
cans at like a Dirty Taco, or
That'd be
like
amazing.
somewhere that people go to frequently and just help because that's what they want to
And
do.
that's what this
So
show's about.
I was in Vegas at a conference probably about 2 weeks ago, and there was about 1,000 different business people, and so there was a movie producer there, and so he was giving the opportunity for one of those people that were in the audience to be in a movie.
Got it.
And
Tell
I
me,
said-
what movie are you going to be in?
I'm not going to be in a movie, but I said,
my hand
I
is.
said, how about my cans in a movie?
better.
There you go.
So if anyone's producing movies, TV shows, anything out here, how cool would it be?
Little Where's
that-
Waldo?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
even if a pizzeria is doing a commercial, but now it's a pink can within the commercial, very discreetly.
Yep.
And it says Egress Pros.
Or it says name of that company. It
Yeah,
says
yeah.
name of your company on it even.
Right. Anything like that. So anyone's
love it.
producing
I like
movies,
that.
let us know, man.
You know, let's be creative because you're right. If you have a networking group, if you have a business, you're the owner of an amusement park, you're running a golf tournament, you're having a party at your home, you got to call this guy.
Yep.
How do we get a hold of you? How do people get a hold of you? Give
Yeah.
us your phone number so they can get cans.
516-477-7171.
And that's
Do it.
Pink Cans for Cancer. Very important. Again, I think it's just terrific, and the fact that it's one to never ending. You could feel good as a single person doing something great, and you could feel good as a major corporation putting these things throughout your organization. Can you imagine? You know, if you had like Simon and Simon malls, and all of a sudden all the
yeah.
recycle bins at the malls are helping raise money to help people.
I would
to
love
help
that.
the cure. Love it, love it, love it, and that's
appreciate it.
and I love it. Let's trash cancer. Almost as good as we have big windows, but we'll take it though. We'll take it. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. So I got to ask you, tell for all of us, what's the future outlook? Again, I know not for a cure. I can't ask you that, but what's the future outlook as far as helping and giving and the snowball effect of that?
Just getting more people involved in philanthropy and realizing that, again, we all want the cure, but advocacy is big in all of these diseases that we have.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just cancer. It's
Whatever
it's-
disease you're having is the worst disease, God forbid.
Right.
and it's advocacy, and it's more than just the person who's obviously going through cancer. It's the husband, it's the wife,
the mother, the
it's
father.
the children, and we call them co-survivors.
Yeah.
And anything we can do to help is amazing. Anything we can do to get the negativity off the news, because we're a good country, man. We're everything's a lot better than it's made out to be. A lot
we
less
don't know
peop-
fake news.
A lot less people fighting than there are, agreeing.
People are good. People want to help.
People,
We wanna
you
help.
don't
have
agree
a lot
on
more in
things.
common than
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And even the
than we-
people that don't agree on who they're going to put in the White House next, we're still not fighting in the streets like
No,
No.
and you know what? Whoever's in the White House, I still want to know that you're healthy. I still want to know that my mom's healthy. I want to know that my kids will have a chance
Absolutely.
and not have to deal with such a disgusting disease as cancer. It's just horrible. So, a question that pops into my mind: what drives you? What drives you? Is it seeing people smile when they're going through this horrible experience? What is it? What's the driving force?
I'm just tired of going to funerals of people that are dying of this awful disease.
That's the
Yeah.
tagline.
And we just got to get back, man. Like, how much money can you make?
Yeah, I love it.
You know?
Yeah, no, money shouldn't be the focus. It should be, the quality of life that you have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, is there anybody, for example, do you work directly with American Cancer? Do you work with
We work with anybody who needs help.
anybody that
And
needs
so
help?
the Young Survival Coalition is one of our obviously biggest partners, and we love working with them. But anyone in Long Island who needs help, anyone in Connecticut, West, there's no place we won't go as long as there's the 5-cent redemption
Got it.
on the can. They're like, we just
Look,
want-
I'm going
we
to
just
say
wanna
to
help
people,
folks.
don't be shy. Reach out. Tony's a great guy. He and his partner are running a great organization.
He didn't pay us to say that
helping
at all either.
What's that? No,
I said, no.
no, he didn't hesitate with that. He's not a great dresser, but look, we look together. No, the bottom line is this: this guy wakes up every day with the passion to help people. On the business side, it's the same fire in the belly, because I know you're a realtor. That's also one of the things that you do. But that's a fire in the belly. This is the same kind of fire, right? It's
Yeah,
that kind
absolutely.
of passion. Get up every day. I'm going to help you find your dream house. I'm going to help you make your life better through this organization that I'm starting. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to meet you.
Yes, thank
Craig,
you
you
for
have any
coming in.
questions or anything?
No, it's when you meet people that have that give back feeling, and it just feels like an honor to sit down with those people.
That's
'cause
awesome.
Not everybody has that kind of a drive. So
I'm going to tell you what. You're going to come back. We're going to have you back with us. This time we're going to talk about how many cans got placed because of this show and the people that we know. That's going to be our goal. We're going to help you rock and roll.
And I might not wear sweatpants that day.
Then you're off the show.
No, you have to wear the sweatpants.
Then we don't want
again.
you.
It's not my
It's gotta
uniform,
be, no,
right?
it's gotta
That's
be
what we have
exactly
here.
the same attire. In fact, don't even wash it.
But next time, get a haircut. All right. Thank you again. Hey, brother,
We
thanks for
appreciate
coming
you, man.
on.
Thank you.
Check us out. How do we find you? Where do we go?
pinkcairnsforcancer.org, c4c.org for our golf tournament.
All right. I'm Randy from Egress Pros. It's B2B with Randy and
Craig.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in to B2B with Randy and Craig. Looking forward to hanging with you next week.